Okay.
It was so bad.
Did we have a cold open?
What do you know about...
right?
Are you PMSing? What do you know about joy?
It's a synonym for happiness! Welcome back to the Vampy Wampy Campy Podcast.
Where we vamp.
And
you come to pitch your tent.
And get ready to listen.
Beautiful. Okay, if you're wondering why we're doing a British accent, no reason in particular, we just think it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So today,
we watched,
today we're going to be talking about Season 1, Episode 1, House of Secrets.
Yes.
Yes.
She's the girl.
I'm Steff Vampy. You guys remember last episode?
Yeah.
It's her full name.
Yeah.
You gotta introduce yourselves.
I'm Shay Wampy.
And I'm Sal Vampy.
Yay! We did it!
Yay.
We're almost at the end of the series, and we got the intro.
did it.
So, what did you guys think of this new addition to the show? Well, first of all, I'm the one, obviously, I'm a huge fan of this show, right?
Mm-hmm.
We already all know this, okay?
Yeah.
We're already very well aware of this. I'm a big fan of this show, so what do you guys think of this episode?
It was disastrous.
Do you guys not like the telenovela format?
No, not at all.
I think-
it feels very funny for a kids show.
I would say it's very campy. I enjoy the camp aspect of it, even
Which
though the
fits
budget
in
and
with
the
podcast.
yeah, it's so very campy because we're the Vampy Wampy Campy. It's just so cheap looking,
Mm-hmm.
and
Most of the lighting is
the lighting is bad. The audio is bad. I have to assume they built the set of the house themselves, or maybe they're renting.
No, it's an actual location.
It's an actual house, okay,
Yeah.
but like even the indoors and everything.
Yeah, I think it's an actual location in Liverpool where they filmed.
But even indoors, like not just the establishing shots.
Let me make sure.
Because if so, they did not properly soundproof the house. Because you hear feet walking and creaking, but like it sounds like it was actually from the boom mic and not like they added it to in post.
For
Because
dramatic
usually
effect.
when you're working in shows like this, you want just the people's dialogue and that's it, and then you can add like the feet stomping and all that stuff in post. But like it just sounds so amateur.
The series was filmed in Liverpool with the Priory Court standing in for Anubis house. The gardens are filmed in Croxteth Park and Peckford Castle Lodge located in Chester, standing in for the Gatehouse.
Okay, so it is an actual set. So I understand why, but like it's just so amateur and like they had zero budget.
Yeah.
Also,
I love the use of a Dutch angle.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love the Dutch angle. I'm assuming that's the first of many. Also, I did not know this was going to be a double-length episode. Because, like, halfway through, I was like, we're like, okay. Okay,
this is the longest 23 minutes of my life.
Yeah, and plus because we had to watch with ads, that's another thing. Speaking of, I love... It is fully a telenovela. Like, they fully embraced the telenovela standpoint with the dramatic sound effects and then the fade out.
No sitcom format. We're giving the kids what they want.
Mm-hmm. Soap operas.
General Hospital.
It feels like an episode of General Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Like, purely it does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's so... Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the plot, okay? So, Nina, she's American.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys knew that. Because they make a joke about how she literally constantly talks about how she's from America. So, good for her, I guess.
She introduces herself 4 times and says, I'm American. And I'm like, what?
She has an American flag
on
sticker on her... Yeah, it's so stupid.
That she
She
just
peels it
rips
off.
off.
It's so funny.
Mm-hmm. I guess it's because, like, all the other characters are British, and this was aired on American television. I'm assuming also in the UK as well, but, like, it was made for American audiences. So they wanted, like, to make sure, hey, there's an American, so you guys can associate with it, because I think especially around that time, like, producers were thinking that American audiences wouldn't be able to watch a film without, like, at least one American stand-in. Which is why, like, so many TV shows got, like, American remakes. US, like, The Office and Skins and all that.
Version.
When it's like, they could just import the actual show itself over here. They don't need to make a new one.
Yeah.
But then again, sometimes those shows are good. Like, I think The Office is fine. Same thing with,
I've never seen The Office before.
yeah, me neither, but I heard it's good. People like it, you know?
Yeah.
Versus the British one as well, people also like. So, like,
Yeah.
I get that, but when it comes to, like, a show that's already in English, because I understand, like, language-wise, this show was a remake of an original Belgian show that they got the original writers to do, I'm assuming, or people
They're a
who had
part
worked
of
on
it.
it.
Yeah,
to-
they had something to do with
to
it.
make an English-speaking version. So I get
Yeah.
that. I understand that. But, like, an already English-speaking show,
Yeah.
getting another English-speaking version of it, it just doesn't seem necessary, in my opinion. So, I guess the story is a little bit of story.
New girl, kind of fish out of water story.
New girl American. She's here. She's American. And we see Joy at the beginning of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we see her, like, she's hanging out on the courtyard, and, like, she's, like, bonding with everyone. She's hanging out. Fun fact, this actress was actually in an episode of Skins. She was, like, a main character in Skins, which is another British show. I recognized her. She's probably too... I think Skins was happening, like, at this exact time, too. So that would make sense if, like, she was only there for a cameo.
Yeah.
Anyways, she's, like, hanging out with everybody. She seems to have, like, flirty vibes with that guy. I forgot his name. Could you pull up the character names, please? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Fabian?
Fabian?
Yeah, that's his name. Thank you for remembering.
Yeah.
We see that Joy has, like, flirty vibes with Fabian, right? And then she's, like, best friends with Patricia. They say her name so specifically. It's really funny. I think I've seen other people mention that, too. Like, the way that they say Patricia is so funny.
Patricia.
Patricia is friends with Joy. They're, like, best friends and they're roommates, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then...
They were roommates.
It's like, okay, so I'm trying to get the timeline together in my brain, right? So, Nina shows up.
2 weeks later.
Joy is still in class, and she's on campus. She's on the site of where their school is.
They're like calling reinforcements.
And at the same time that Nina is getting introduced to her room where everything's already been cleared out. So, like, as soon as Joy left her room for class, they cleared out all of her stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then Nina shows up, knowing that Nina would show up during school time.
Yeah.
She shows up, and then
They pulled Joy out of
Joy
class.
was in class at the exact same time that they're introducing Nina into the room. They pull Joy out of class, and she enters a van with a hand that takes her hand. She enters like a limo or like a car,
Mm-hmm.
and then she's never seen ever again.
Yeah. All of her stuff left behind.
All of her stuff left behind.
Her phone.
Her phone, her favorite stuffed animal, like pictures of her, everything. They just cleared out like most of her stuff. I guess they left a few things on accident. They forgot a few things, right?
Yeah, like her phone.
Yeah, like those few things. And then Patricia just walks in, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, where's Joy?" Well, because first of all, she's like, "Where did Joy go?" And they were like, "Well, yeah," because she was like, "Okay, Joy got pulled out of class. Where is she? She's my friend. I
Yeah.
want to see her again." And then they're like, "Oh, she's gone
Yeah.
forever. She went home.
Yeah.
She didn't even
Her
tell you or anything.
Parents came.
She didn't, and if you looked at her while she was getting up, being like, someone's here for you,
She's like,
she didn't even. She was just like she wasn't expecting it, Like if she knew, she would have been like, oh okay, but like she looked like she didn't know why she was being pulled into the office.
Yeah.
And then she's just being pulled into a car. So like, what happened to Joy?
Yeah. Where'd she go?
I have no idea.
And then Patricia gets back to their room and
Yeah.
sees all of Joy's stuff gone and this weird American sitting on their bed.
Hi, I'm the new person here. This is where I'm gonna live now.
And I'm
she's
also
like,
from America.
by the way, I'm from America. Yeah.
By the way, you can't forget I'm American.
By the way, I was also Yasmin in the live-action Bratz movie.
I was supposed to be Hispanic.
Yeah, oh my gosh. They literally had a scene where like there was like a mariachi band
Oh my
Oh my
god.
God.
in her bedroom or something.
Because
no.
that's just how Hispanics wake up. in the
Yeah,
morning,
there's just like
right?
mariachi everywhere. Like, oh my god. Anyways. So there's a lot of spooky, creepy
happenings.
happenings happening so far, right? And then all of a sudden, there's just this old ass woman hanging out. Oh, sorry, I forgot about the first transition. Where it's like, so where's Joy? And it's like, and it fades out, right?
Yeah, there's the weird guy with the crow.
Yes,
I do
the
not
taxidermy
trust,
crow.
I do not trust him around teenage girls.
I will tell you right here, right now, because I do know a little bit of spoilers about the future. He is, in fact, like a bajillion years old.
Oh,
He's
wow.
like immortal.
So he is a pedophile.
Yeah. No matter who he dates, he will be a pedophile.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do know that, and I think I don't remember the actual specifics because I actually don't know anything about the show.
Yeah.
I might actually watch it some more on. We're obviously we're going through every episode, obviously. So,
Yeah. So
but like I might skip ahead a bit so I can like help aid in some mystery solving stuff for you guys.
Yeah.
Because I do remember watching. I remember the show would come on TV, and I would just kind of like skip it because I was just like, But I do love it with all my heart.
yeah, I've never even heard of the show
I was
before.
surprised when you guys had never even heard of it,
Yeah.
But like I get it, I understand. I just watched a lot of TV around that time.
Yeah.
Same thing with like other shows from around that time as well. Like it was
Yeah.
kind of like a thing, you know, to have like supernatural shows like this airing at the same time.
Yeah. Like I was more of I was a Nickelodeon kid, but I think it was like past my time.
Yeah. I watched both Disney and Nickelodeon, which is why I think I've just seen every single show that came out
Yeah.
At that time.
in that time frame. Speaking of, the theme song for this show,
Mm-hmm.
it's the Gravity Falls theme. Like I don't want to, you know. I think this show was coming out either at the exact same time.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
It was.
It aired
Mhm.
the year before.
Okay, well there you go. Well, yeah, but then as season 2 went on,
Yeah.
so there you go. So this show was like right up against Gravity Falls. It had
There
the
were
exact same
there-
theme.
Yeah, there were so many paranormal shows around this time.
I think it was just the Children's Network's response to Twilight
Because
because
they
books-
mentioned
They
Twilight.
mentioned
in
Twilight
this.
like all the time.
I was surprised at how often they mentioned Twilight in this
They mentioned
show.
it like 3 times in the beginning.
Yeah, it's like I don't know why this show is so obsessed with Twilight.
Yeah, it's
It's
crazy.
weird. Yeah. Well, they never actually say Twilight. That's why they have like their own in-universe
Well, they
parody.
say Robert Pattinson.
Well, yeah, but like they have their own in-universe. I don't think they can even say Twilight. Maybe just to be safe from copyright, they were like
Maybe.
Robert Pattinson because you can just say celebrities' names,
Yeah.
and then vampires. Like, oh, you should be obsessed with vampires instead. Okay, one thing I want to talk about.
I mean, Harry Potter. They also mentioned Harry Potter a
They
lot.
did
Yeah.
mention Harry
And
Potter.
a bunch of movies were coming around
Uh-huh.
out around that time too for Harry Potter.
If I had a nickel for every time the pilot episode of a show like this had mentioned Harry Potter, I'd have 2 nickels.
We should censor Harry Potter.
Harry Potter sucks.
We don't like Harry Potter here.
No.
No one
No
should
one does.
support Harry Potter.
No. Why would you support Harry Potter when we have so many gay shows around?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, this old lady escapes from the old folks' home, which is apparently like really close
nearby.
by. Yeah. And she was just wandering, and she was like, "My name's Sarah, and I used to live over there." Actually, she's the only one who doesn't have an intense British accent.
Yeah, it's very
Um,
mild.
She's like, this is my house.
Yeah, she's like, "This is my house. My name is Sarah." And then
You're the chosen one.
You're the chosen.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's like,
and
"It's
so-
you. You're here." Like she says that.
Yeah.
She basically says everything, but you are the chosen one.
And so Nina's like, "Okay, Grandma, let's get you home."
Yeah, let's get you back to the old folks' home. And then apparently, I'm just going to assume that Sarah is her real name and that she's lying to the old folks' home people by saying that her name is Emily. She says her name's Emily. They're like, "Oh, look at this Emily." And she's like, "Shh." She's like, "Shush, shush, shush," you know?
She's like, shh, don't tell.
Yeah, shh, don't tell. Don't let it get out. I mentioned After Prom by Farrah Abraham before.
I
Let
think
me
you
check.
have.
I probably have. That's such an iconic song to me.
Mhm.
Shh, don't tell. Don't
You
let
know
it
what?
get out.
Emily was actually the name of her twin sister who died. No kidding.
That would be a twist for this kind of show, okay? I feel like this show does twists all the time. So, Nina gets given this pendant necklace that like opens up and it's like the symbol
has
of
a
the
picture?
show, you know? And
It has a picture in it
it has a picture in it. I think it was of the
of that lady. Yeah.
was that of the lady? I thought it looked
It was
like
just a lady.
I thought it looked like a man. Not to assume or anything. Sorry.
It kind of looked like the guy in the painting.
That's what I was saying. Or maybe
Oh.
like that guy in the painting is the headmaster with the crow
Oh, okay.
because he's immortal. Spoiler.
Spoiler.
I think it's revealed pretty early on in the show that he's immortal. Not to spoil the ending of this show that never got a conclusion, because it didn't.
Yeah,
Like,
so
I think so.
Oh, wow.
yeah, because I think a bunch of the actors like left, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's
That's
what
right.
I
Like the
read.
main character leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What a waste.
Anyways,
She had to star in the Bratz movie. No, I'm kidding. I don't know when the Bratz movie came out. She looks older in the Bratz movie, so I think that was made after this movie. This show was made.
yeah. So after that, like she just has trouble with like all of the kids.
They're all making
they
fun
all
of
hate
her.
because they think or Patricia
Patricia.
especially hates her because she thinks she has something to do with Joy disappearing.
Mm-hmm.
They literally lock her like in the attic. They do they test her. Like they have her do this initiation, and so first they dare her to get the attic key because the door's always locked because it's forbidden to go in there.
Mm-hmm.
And so she gets the key, and at night, at like midnight that night or something or whatever.
Which they called the witching hour, which is incorrect.
It's
Yeah.
3 a.m. That's the
Yeah.
actual witching hour.
And so they tell her, like, ooh, go in the thing. I'll hold the key for you. And so she starts going up. Patricia slams the door shut, locks her in, and she's, like, making all this noise. Like,
hence the joke that we told, where it's like, tell me what you know about joy.
It's a synonym of happiness.
And, I think the other people, like the two boys who clearly, like they're, like, jokesters, well, specifically, what's his name? Was it Marcus or something? Alfie! Specifically, I don't
Marcus.
know. I don't know. Alfie specifically is like the class clown. Like he's constantly pulling pranks. Like they're about to start a test, and he has like a little like fake blood thing, and he's like,
yeah.
"Oh, I got a bloody nose."
This one's a gusha.
Yeah, like
We also-
all right.
We also have like a love angle. B
Yes,
plot.
I love a good love angle. I actually don't though. I hate them.
I hate
But
love angle.
there's a little love. It's not a love triangle because the full trifecta hasn't been completed.
Yes.
Well, I mean, does a love triangle have to have, like, don't all three of them just need to have a relationship to each other, or does it have to be a romantic relationship between all three of them?
I personally like a romantic relationship between all three of them.
Because, like, I think for love triangles, like, I know I always bring up the Vampire Diaries on the show, but in the Vampire Diaries, it's like, they both love Elena, but they're brothers. So it's like...
So they can't be
they-
romantically involved.
Yeah, well, because
Oh,
they
yeah.
have a relationship with each other. Would that make it a love, or is it another angle where it's like they both
I
like
think
this
that
one
would be
person?
a triangle.
So like, what's her name? The blonde one? Oh my god. And Mara, is that her? The other one's
Mara's
name?
the friend.
Yeah, Mara and the other one. What's her name?
The other one.
She's like my favorite character so far.
Amber.
Amber.
So Amber and Mara being friends and roommates, does that like technically count as like the triangle? Because I mean,
think it could
obviously, I
count.
would like if they were romantically involved.
Yes.
I feel like that would actually be kind of a cool storyline,
Yeah.
but you know they're never gonna do that. It's the early 2010s here.
Yeah. I think it counts, at least for like that time.
Yeah, but like most love triangles, the two people who are going after the one don't like know each other at all,
Yeah.
and it's like at least there's
I
some
think-
relationship.
I think Nita actually is Hispanic.
Really?
Oh.
No, I mean one of her last names is Ramos, so.
Oh, okay. Sorry if we
Sorry.
questioned your nationality.
Oh, she was fully born in Spain.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh. Well, now I feel like an asshole.
Oh man.
Sorry.
You have us like
Sorry.
mutts of Hispanic people over here making fun of her.
She's still white
yeah.
because she's from Europe, but I'm sorry for taking your nationality into question.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Oh, she actually did Bratz before this.
okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
Bratz was in 2007,
Oh wow.
When did this show come out?
2011.
Wow.
2011.
She looked like a grown-ass adult. We just go back to 2011. And we go
See, at least I
back.
like that song.
Mhm.
At least
What you're implying you don't like
No.
all of the songs on the Vampire?
no.
There are definitely some bad ones on there. I will admit. She looked like an old woman in the Bratz movie, and she looks like an actual teenager in this one. How old was she? How old is she now? And we can infer.
Born July 1992. She's 30 right now.
So she was in her 20s when she did this. She was in her 20s and she did this show.
She would have turned 19 whenever the show aired.
Okay, I guess that's not that bad.
So whenever
She was
they
probably
were-
like 18. Okay, so that's not
Yeah.
that bad. And so she actually was like 17 then, or like 16 when she did the Bratz movie.
Yeah.
She
She
did
was
not.
she was 15 when she did the Bratz movie.
She did not look like a young. She looked like a grown up. Oh, I was mentioning the love triangle
Oh, yeah.
between what's the jock's name?
Mick.
Mick. The jock guy, Mick. He plays soccer. I don't know if you can tell because we're filthy Americans. We're gonna call it soccer and
Soccer?
not football. He plays soccer, and I think they said that I know it later on. They said he's there on scholarship, and I don't think he doesn't stay in the show for long. Actually, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he leaves either at the end of season 1 or end of season 2.
Okay.
I've heard that he doesn't stick around for long, and I think he actually does start dating Mara.
Oh wow.
I think he actually does switch girls.
Oh.
Ooh.
Well, because like at first I was like, okay, maybe he's like trying to juggle both girls. Because I mean,
Something I noticed, there's so many characters in this. It's like a full ensemble cast.
it
I
is.
know.
But
It is
that-
quite a full thing. Like everyone who lives in that house, you
The
know,
house.
the place where they live,
Their dorm, if you will.
their dorm, yeah,
Yeah.
which they're high schoolers, which is interesting. They're doing
Yeah.
like a college dorm
I
thing.
mean, it's a boarding school.
Yeah, but like most boarding schools aren't like that. they're not like this where it's like separate houses. Like they treat the houses like they do
college.
like sororities and like
Harry Potter.
fraternities.
Well, like, you know, that's an actual thing in British schools is houses.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay,
You
so
filthy
maybe
American.
so maybe I'm wrong. Okay, I thought they just all lived in like one big building and they separated the boys and girls. That was the big thing for me. It's like the two.
I think that's another thing in like a bunch of British schools is like it's kind of common to separate boys and girls.
Well, yeah, but they both live in the same house. Like I thought there would be like an all girls house and like an all boys house.
Oh,
Because I know there's all girls schools and all boys schools.
Where
That's
did you
very
say
common.
they stuck the boys?
Downstairs. In the house.
Mm.
So there's like so the okay
Well,
so the
there's
girls.
multiple levels.
Yeah. There's the attic.
Yeah,
one,
but
two,
they
basement,
live on the
basement,
first two
basement.
floors. The second floor, yeah. They
Yeah.
live on the two main floors.
Yeah.
So
We're gonna need a floor plan of this house because it
I
looks
know.
so much bigger on the inside than it does on the outside.
no, I felt like it looked like kind of like small
Yeah.
compared to because we don't really see the depth of the kitchen,
Yeah.
but like I don't know, they look cramped. I guess that's why you can tell it.
Well, that's just the thing of British houses.
That's what I was gonna say. Is I guess that's why you can tell it wasn't a set that they built, and it was just like a house that they like rented out to film in because
it's a little cramped.
it's cramped. And usually when you're filming in a house, you want to be able to like build it so you can like remove walls, so you can have room for the camera. It just like feels really,
Yeah.
it just feels like
The
there's
frame
not
rate on
enough
this
space.
is wild.
It's crazy.
Like that's I think the thing is like there's like
That's what gives it that telenovela
yeah
feel.
because telenovela that are like
Just really low
have, like-
quality cameras.
that and they have like crazy frame like the frame rates are like so smooth.
I think what they do is they have really shitty cameras, and then they try to like boost up the quality by like speeding up the frame rate, so like there's less pixels, and it just gives it this very unique quality. This like kind of weird crispy. It looks like I'm watching this on my grandma's TV. If that makes any sense. I don't know what it is about
I've
grandmothers'
noticed that in
TVs.
things like early episodes of like iCarly or Wizards of Waverly Place, it looks like that. It's like that kind of smooth, weird.
And it's kind of grainy
yeah.
because they're just like filming it on like I think they're doing it on film.
Yeah.
Because with Wizards of Waverly Place, the season 3 was the switch to digital and 1080p. So, I guess, but this show is on digital.
yeah.
It's digital. So I wonder. It's very fascinating. It just has a very I guess because Wizards of Waverly Place was a multi-camera setup, so I guess that's why it looks different than this show does. Because this show's a single camera.
The camera
No laugh
shots
track,
in the
a lot of
show
sound
are
effects.
So funny.
The lighting is so bad
It's,
sometimes.
like literally
Like I love the lingering shots on like oh my gosh, the nightmare.
yo, the nightmare that she has is
Yeah.
actually amazing.
Yeah.
Like that, like I understand if the show is bad, it's not good, you don't want to continue watching it. That was actually like so bad that it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can understand if a large part of the show was like, ugh, this is just bad and it's just like not fun. I still find it fun, but like that scene in particular is so funny. They put like a blue filter over it.
And they move the camera around.
They move in on the old lady and then
Yeah.
out. Like it's so clearly some guy is just holding
Yeah.
it.
And
Like
then
it's not like a
and the
dolly
guy
shot or
appears
anything.
with his taxidermy bird.
And she walked into the bird, and they made like a dong, dong. Like she fully was looking at it and walked into it. Like they told her, okay,
Yeah.
now you're going to walk into it.
And
And
then
it's-
get scared like you didn't see it. Like
Yeah, and it's like, oh my gosh. I'm sorry, but she's not a good actress.
she's
She's
not.
not.
At least in this role, especially, she's just not doing a good
Yeah, I
job.
bet she's had other really good roles.
Maybe
but this
she's a
one is
good-
just not it.
Yeah, she wasn't good in the Brass movie either, but like, maybe she's improved over time. Okay,
she
I don't want to
has-
be mean.
She has not been in a lot.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
so
She's
That's
been in
probably-
Gallows Hill,
I don't know what that is.
Wildflower,
I don't know what
no.
that is.
Dean Slater, resident advisor.
No, yeah, okay, maybe she, yeah. I don't want to assume things, but seems to be her only like
Switch
long.
at birth.
Really? Was she like the one that was switched at birth?
I
No,
don't-
it was
no,
the
I don't know.
that was a redhead. She was deaf. I remember the commercials for
Oh,
Switched at
man.
Birth. I don't actually remember the show.
Me
They
neither.
advertised the hell out of that show. There was a new
Is
ad.
Switched at Birth the one?
It's the ABC Family.
It's the
Freeform.
one
Now called
with
Freeform.
the two, there's two girls obviously, but is it one of them where like she's a foster kid and her brother like get adopted by these gay moms? Is that the
No, I
one?
think that's The Fosters.
Oh my god! I was like,
Same network, same exact. I think it was like they
same,
aired.
like premise. So it's just
They
like,
aired like right next to each other. I
Yeah.
think. I think Jake T. Austin's in that show.
Yeah, I think I tried watching The Fosters and then I just didn't.
Yeah, yeah.
Who else
Switched
is in
at
The
Birth
Fosters?
is about they were switched at birth.
Yeah.
And it's like so
Duh.
obvious because like the parents have like dark brown hair and their daughter's a redhead and she's deaf. And then the other family are 2 redheads and they have a girl with dark hair and they're both deaf. And it's like, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. I mean, yeah, sometimes,
She
but not like
someone named Gretchen.
Gretchen.
in
Switched at birth.
Okay, so she's like a character. She's like a side character.
Gretchen,
She's probably like a best friend character.
She's someone's Campbell's ex-girlfriend who was there for him through his snowboarding accident.
Somehow that's funnier than snore.
And
Anyways.
that's all that's on the wiki for it.
Okay. Anyways, back to this show. The show
Back to
that
the show we're trying to talk about.
The show that we're doing a podcast about.
Yeah.
I think the big thing is the necklace because that becomes like a MacGuffin of not a MacGuffin. What is it called? An unobtainium kind of thing. Well, it's just like it just fixes everything. And, like if they're like, because this show is all about solving mysteries, right?
Yeah.
All about like what's going on with the house.
It's just the key to everything.
It literally is just the key to everything. Like multiple times they'll be kneeling down in like a corner of the house, and she'll just get her little necklace and just kind of put it on something.
Basically, just like Escape Room, the series.
It is. It actually is just like an escape room show. I'm surprised there was no escape room style stuff. I guess that's what episode 2 would be about, considering it ended on a cliffhanger.
Oh yeah.
Whoa!
Like, Nina getting locked in the attic, like something was coming towards her.
Yeah.
And then she just went quiet.
And then like they were like, she was like, let me out of here, and then the guy, the headmaster, I think he's the headmaster.
Or like the housemaster.
The housemaster, whatever the guy who runs the place, shows up and he's like, everyone go
to bed. You're past your curfew.
And he doesn't seem to have the key, like the key. He has like his own separate key ring. So like, Nina uses the key ring to open up the glass door, which has all the keys.
Yeah.
I think it's the same prop that he uses to open up the door, so she could have just grabbed that.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
Didn't know.
Well, I know, but that's just still really funny that he just like
he just has it. Maybe he has copies.
That's what I mean. It was a copy, but like the one that was locked in the gate was like clearly like an old key, and then the one he used for that was like a new key. So he made a copy of the old key to have on his key ring.
Yeah.
But that's just really funny to think that she could have just grabbed that.
And then he starts slowly going up the stairs, rounds the corner.
Credits. Oh my gosh, that was so funny. Can I just say, so like, this show is weird because it's weird in general, but it's weird, especially weird. I think it's based off a book actually. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
Time to do research. What's weird about it is that, like, you can see them doing, like, actual, like, TV show tropes and stuff. Like, for the example, when Mick and Mara, when he was like, I aced my science test because of you, and he grabs her and he picks her up and whirls her around.
Rolls her around?
Like, whirls her. I said whirl.
It sounded like you said roll. Like, he just, like, rolls her.
Then he, like, picks her up and like twirls
Spins
around
her.
with her. Like I could see that. Like I've seen that in a million shows before.
Yeah.
And like I was supposed to have felt like like ooh, because then the camera immediately pans to Amber.
The girlfriend.
That's right there, his girlfriend. Yeah. And I was like, I'm supposed to feel something by watching that, but I feel nothing because this show looks like garbage. Because it looks like shit and no one knows how to act. And the framing is so weird. There's never any actually interesting shots except for the occasional Dutch angle.
So the TV show it was based off the
original one?
It just says it's based on elements of Egyptian mythology.
Yeah, like in general.
Woo-woos.
In general, like I know I'm supposed to feel things because I love a good trope. Okay, you know me. I love tropey stuff, okay?
Yeah.
I will still get my little heartstrings pulled out, even if I've seen something like this exact same thing like a million times.
Yeah.
And the fact that this show did... the fact that this show did nothing to me about that proves what I'm saying. But I'm still going to make sure I watch every episode. I'm still going to tune in.
Yes.
Because I need to know what happens. Also, this pilot, did a horrible job of setting up mysteries.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, the ending cliffhanger has nothing to do with, like, the larger mystery.
They did more to build up the drama of the show than
to
they
build
did
up what,
the
like,
plot.
It's almost like the show...
Like, there was, like, no plot to this.
Yeah.
It really wasn't. Yeah. Stuff just, like, happened.
Yeah. Stuff just happened and they reacted to
like,
it.
shouldn't we get a setup of, like, what they're gonna be working towards for at least the first season in this episode?
Like, is that
necklace?
The whole Where's Joy thing, too? Do they ever figure that out?
I don't know. I'm not sure. They might. We honestly could just look at the synopsis on Wikipedia if you really want to. We could just, like, kind of pull up, like, what ends up happening season by season, if they have a season by season synopsis. Because, like, yeah, that is kind of the question, but, like, I feel like we're also, I'm pretty sure the show is about, like, what is this house about? Who is this mysterious guy who runs the place?
Yeah.
And, like, what does this necklace mean? Like, that's what the show is about.
Yeah.
And then, like, Joy's disappearing has something to do with that as well. Like, it's a part of it. Like, it's like she might be a sacrifice or something. I don't remember quite that much. But, like, that show, this episode does not set up any of that.
It's just Joy's here, she's gone. Nina's here.
They're setting up the dynamics between the characters, between the teenage characters.
Which is always good, but, like, there was nothing else.
For 42 minutes, you'd think.
42 minutes, like, it needs at least, like, some plot.
Yeah, it kind of feels like almost.
I know with, like, the, like, old folks home thing, like, Nina, like, turns and sees a painting, and she's like, oh, hey, that's the house we stay in.
Yeah.
And the caretaker lady's like, no, that's just, or, like, she's like,
well, she was like, that's where Emily used to live. And she's like, no, she didn't. Or who knows? And it's like, that's the script writing equivalent of breaking even. Like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
No, Emily never used to live there. Or did she? You're like, shut the fuck up. It's the pilot episode. Come on. Give me some answers. Oh my god. But anyways.
Hate this show.
Fucking hate this show.
Okay, so is the housemaster a part of a secret society?
Yes.
Okay, so that's Victor, right?
Yes, that's his name, right?
Okay,
yeah.
yes.
With the Doctor Who coat.
Yeah. Wait, what'd you say?
The Doctor Who coat.
Oh my god.
Isn't like a coat that the Doctor wears? I don't know. I've never seen that show.
No.
Do you want me to read this whole like paragraph about like how it relates to Joy?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Please do that.
All right. So after finding the 7 relics, the Sibuna's into it that they must put together to make up the cup of Ankh. I don't know how to pronounce it. And
just word salad.
Yeah. Because it's Ankh. So like an actual like Egyptian word. I don't know how to pronounce it.
I think it's Ankh. Yeah.
Yeah. A mythic cup capable of producing the elixir of life. However, the cup can only be assembled by one born on 7 o'clock on the 7th day of the 7th month. As Joy's Joy's birthday is the 7th of July, and is revealed to Victor and a secret society consisting of staff from the school, a police officer, a nurse, and Joy's father conspired to force Joy to assemble the cup.
Joy's father.
Okay, well there you go.
They removed Joy from the school and destroyed evidence of her existence to protect her from a former society member, Rufus Zeno, who will stop at nothing to get the cup. However, on the chosen hour of the cup's assembly, Joy realizes that as she was born at 7 p.m., she is not able to assemble the cup. Nina, however, shares Joy's birthday and was born at 7 o'clock in the morning. Nina assembles the cup and with the rest of Sibuna fool Rufus into believing himself immortal.
Oh, so they got rid of her because Nina's the actual one.
So is that why they got rid of Joy?
Maybe.
Is that what that said? Or did they think it was Joy the entire time and then Joy realized that they didn't?
Yeah.
It says, however, Joy realizes that as she was born at 7 p.m., she is not able to assemble it.
And that Nina actually is able to. So Nina...
So they must have taken her away to try to assemble it, and then
they realized, and then she realized that she couldn't.
Yeah.
So then Nina actually can because she was born the same day as Joy, but at 7 a.m. instead of 7 p.m.
Yeah.
So, but then Nina actually does assemble the cup?
Nina assembles the cup, and with the rest of Sibuna, fools Rufus into believing himself immortal. So they must do some shenanigans to
give him the cup and it not actually... Is Rufus the teacher?
Rufus is another guy.
Or is Rufus the...
I don't know who Rufus is.
The old man, or like the young man teacher? Young man.
No, he said his name was like...
No, it looks like Rufus is introduced later in the series, because it says he's present in episodes 12 through 60 and 129.
So he doesn't show up until halfway through the season.
Yeah.
And he's the main baddie? Okay.
Okay.
Got it. I understand now. Okay, I get it now. Okay, by the way, Sibuna, it's Amber the one who comes up with it, and she goes, Sibuna.
Sibuna. What?
She goes, Sibuna. Like, covers one eye, because it's like, there's eye imagery everywhere.
I love that. Sibuna.
She's so iconic for doing that. Sibuna. She does, that's like their little...
Sibuna. Sibuna.
That's supposed to be like their little thing, like, all the whole group of them.
That's
supposed to
their
be
like
that.
little salute, like secret handshake. Sibuna.
Yeah, and she's like, well, if we're all working together, I thought we would have a little name for our group.
I like her putting on the
Sibuna.
most posh British accent when they're all from Liverpool.
Yeah, they all have like Cockney accents. I think that's what that's called. Anyways,
man.
I'm glad we figured out the entire plot to season 1.
yeah. So okay. So I'm pretty sure. Okay. Trying
So
to
we
absorb
solved the mystery.
of season 1.
Yeah.
So that's the season 1 finale. Is that what that implies?
I'm
that
guessing
paragraph?
that was the season 1 finale.
It ends with him thinking that he's victorious and he's not.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be afraid to put your dream in action. Sorry.
I mean, you completely missed us going, young man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, duh.
So that's the end of
Yeah.
the season 1 synopsis. Can you read just like the first paragraph of season 2?
Yeah. While hiding the cup of
Ankh.
Yeah. Nina unknowingly sets free an Egyptian spirit.
All right.
Sankara curses Nina with the mark of bending her to her will.
Okay, so it's just more bullshit to keep the show going.
An artifact able to weep tears of gold, in addition to an elixir of life. The Sibunas discover a chamber of tunnels underneath the house that contain a series of puzzles and tasks in order to progress, including a swinging scythe-like pendulums over a chasm and a game of Senate?
Oh, so like Nina's on like evil mode in season 2?
I guess.
But then she turns everyone else evil except
Yeah.
for Nina as punishment for not doing her bidding correctly?
Yes.
That's so stupid.
Guess.
Meanwhile, a love triangle is also happening.
Victory is also searching for the mask.
Okay, so it's okay. I understand. I get it now. Well, you know.
Yeah.
So basically, season 1 does have its own like full story, and then season 2 starts with just like some more bullshit
Yeah.
to keep it going.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. That does make sense. It's not like it was something set up in the season 1.
Yeah.
They just kind of
Continue.
the cup released an ancient demon.
Spirit. Whoa.
Whoa! In actuality, so okay.
All right.
So we have to assume that was the guy who runs the place. He had the elixir of life, so that's why he's immortal. And that's what he's because I do remember him being immortal. And there's another guy who appears later on, who wants that immortality.
So Rufus? Was that Rufus maybe? Or no?
Maybe.
Who knows?
Maybe.
Rufus is. Or maybe he's not immortal and he wants to be immortal, and then maybe that's where I'm getting confused from.
Who knows?
At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Because it's bullshit.
Because we're gonna watch it anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna review every episode
this,
anyways.
Like,
So.
I love how like reality television kind of feels. Like certain parts of it just, but that's also kind of I don't know. Soaps just feel kind of like reality television.
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
certain ways.
there's the way that, like, especially at the beginning,
Yeah.
like, it looks like one of those, British, like, what's it called? Like, it's like reality TV.
Like a game show or something
Well,
where
they're-
they're all put in a house together and then
Yeah, or, like, the opening especially
like
feels
Big
like...
Brother or something.
This actually is just British Big Brother. High school Big Brother.
High school.
That's why all the...
Victor's
eye
Big
imagery.
Brother.
That's what all the eye imagery is about, because
Yeah.
literally the show name Big Brother comes from 1984, the book.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? We really are in the dystopian reality.
Yeah.
But anyways, what was I saying on that? Oh, I was gonna say that, like, the opening scene especially feels like one of those, like a documentary movie where they're, like, following the life of someone. Where it's
Yeah.
like, this is Nina. She is now attending a new school. And it's like,
It-
they
it-
have, like,
For some
background
reason,
establishing
it gave
shots.
me like vibes of. Have you ever seen that show that's like Strictest Parents in the World or something?
Yeah, I've heard
For
of
some
them,
reason, it
yeah.
gave me
Like
like that.
Super Nanny?
Like Super Nanny! You guys are in a crisis, and I'm on my way.
In her little British car
Mhm.
that she imported.
It feels like
Of
that
course
show,
it's-
Yeah.
where it's like
I'm
they
on my
film like them doing everyday life,
Yeah.
like, and it's just like them sitting on their couch, and then, like, you know, establishing shots at their house and all that stuff.
And then
That's
Super
what,
Nanny comes in.
yeah, that's
Like
what
you guys
that's
in
what
a
the show
crisis.
feels like. It feels
Yeah.
like it's real life. It's just because the shitty camera quality and just like,
Can we have you guys
Inopportunity.
in a crisis? I'm on my way as an audio bite.
yeah, here, I'll look it up.
Yay.
But like just like the shitty camera quality and the lack of any sort of unique like framing and bad lighting
Yeah.
just makes it feel so reality TV.
Yeah.
Because reality TV revels in the fact that it can just be cheaply done, because
There's no scripts. You don't have to pay people.
Yeah, and usually if there's a script, it's like a one-page bullet note
Yeah.
thing, and like, okay, you need to do this and this on
Yeah.
camera, but
Like,
just kind of
here's
improv your way
some
through.
drama we're creating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't like Nina.
I really don't like.
I
Nina
don't like
either.
her either.
I like
She's-
I kind of like Patricia.
Me too.
Yeah, I like Patricia and Amber.
I love Amber.
Yeah.
I would argue that Patricia is like kind of the main character because she's the
Yeah.
one who's pushing the story along. Nina is just like
I'm
doing
American.
whatever.
I'm American.
Yeah, she's American, and she's just doing
Back
whatever.
in America.
No!
Back in America.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, you guys are in a crisis.
You guys are in a crisis. I'm on my way.
Nina coming over to.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys are in a crisis. I'm
I'm on my way. I don't want to do Fate review or anything because all the outfits are just ugly.
Yeah, they're all
Bad.
they're all very British. Turn of the decade.
Yeah, and like the British fashion is just behind in American fashion because we have
couple
nothing
years.
else to do but
But
consumerist
yeah.
mindset. So like it's
favorite-
a little. So we're always ahead on fashion trends because we have nothing better to do.
Yeah. My favorite thing though that you pointed out, like I think in one scene Patricia was like talking to the principal or teacher or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, she was wearing like all gray.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
all gray, and you're like, look, she's emo. She has streaks in her hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has these like clip-in streaks.
I do like the idea that she could just change her streaks and
Mhm.
everything.
Yeah, because she did. She
And
had
they're
red
not
and
the same
pink.
length as her
And
hair,
it's
so they're just
ebony
like those clearly.
Yeah. She had like red
It
and
is.
pink
Ebony
in one
darkness,
scene.
dementia, raven way.
It is very ebony darkness of her. Yeah.
Yes.
She
and
feels.
her best friend Willow has died.
And also, she does wear eyeliner, but like really shitty eyeliner. Like she just
Yeah.
kind of like.
It's like
And that's the emo aesthetic.
She just
Yes.
kind of drags. And also, can I just say? So it makes me feel. It just makes me. It takes me out of it. And makes me feel bad because like it's always like a little bit smudged, but like clearly not in a way to where it's like it's supposed to be like smudgy black eyeliner. It just looks like they've been on set all day and they haven't refreshed the
Yeah.
actor's makeup. Like this
The
is like
makeup crew went home in the morning.
yeah, and they've just been there all day and they're just filming and they're like they're always like a little bit
Yeah.
shiny from sweat.
Though
like
I
the
will say-
sweat is coming through from their
Yeah.
foundation,
Yeah.
because they all have to have foundation
The
and
real
mascara on.
standout to me in the show was the wallpaper.
oh
The
man.
wallpaper was
Banging
Awful.
in every room. I want a house
No.
with every room a different type of obnoxious wallpaper.
I like the idea that like the kitchen area just has like this random pink wallpaper.
It's
Yeah.
so pink. It's like
It's
dark
actually
green on
fuchsia.
one and then
I
like
love
pink.
it. I love it.
I actually do kind of like
I
the
love
vibe
the
of it.
pink. I love the decorations.
It makes
also.
it feel like kooky and kitschy,
Yeah.
but like I don't
Like-
think that's the vibe that the show was going
Yeah.
for.
like the pink polka
It just
dot
didn't
cloth.
fit.
Yeah, well, because that clearly is like a new like it's like an old house, and then there's like new like
Yeah.
like
Stuff
like
in it,
trendy
yeah.
teen
I
stuff
like
on the
how-
walls
I
in
like
their
how
rooms.
they did try to make like, each person's like little section of the room feel like
Like
their own.
Patricia has an Emily the Strange poster.
Yeah.
Straight from Hot Topic.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, was that Emily Strange?
Yeah, it was very interesting.
Yeah, but the wallpaper, like, it's good. I like it. It's just like it does not fit the vibe.
That's what I'm saying. Is I don't think they.
Renovated in the 20s.
Yeah, like clearly like this is, they just had to deal with the house that they got,
Yeah.
and like some like eccentric person lived there and put like pink wallpaper up in the kitchen when it just completely doesn't fit the like Victorian house vibe.
Yeah.
I still think it's cool though. I
Yeah.
like it, and then I love the wallpaper in the old folks' home.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
like, is
yeah.
it? It kind of hurt my eyes a little bit because I was like, is it moving? Because there's like foil like in the
I'm like
flowers.
obsessed with that wallpaper.
I do love a good
I would like
granny
yeah.
floral print.
Yeah.
I do like it. I just think that because like there's no way a show would purposely do wallpaper because it's just too distracting in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like traditionally, if
Yeah,
you
so
like,
they just went into this house and were like, wait, we
they
have
just
to
got
deal with
houses
it.
that they can
Yeah.
get with, and they just they're like we can't paint over it. Someone lives here. It's someone else's property. Like we just have to. I guess that
Deal.
just adds to the DIY shitty aspect of the show,
Yeah.
which is why
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Man.
We've been talking for a while, so we're good. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you have anything else
There's,
to say,
Bad joke section?
yeah. If you
There
want
are
to do,
so many.
if you want to do bad joke
I
section,
don't remember any.
I have a thing for it. So
That joke never gets a laugh.
so
I don't remember very many, actually.
I was gonna say in general that they do tell jokes.
Yeah.
They're just-
But it almost feels like they're framing it like there was supposed to be a laugh track, maybe. Like, I don't know if the
Oh,
pilot was
yeah.
filmed before the rest of the show.
Uh-huh.
We'll find out, I guess, as we watch every episode.
Yeah.
But, like, I just remember distinctly. Why am I forgetting his name again? He's so forgettable. The nice brown-haired one.
Fabian.
Fabian.
I remember him because
so...
he's like Fabian, and like he's.
That's
a
a
white
unique.
boy.
That is a unique name. Yeah.
A white boy.
But like
That's a whole piece of white bread over there.
a piece of Wonder Bread.
Yeah. They all are, except for Alfie.
Yeah, except for Alfie.
The token black character.
I actually kind of like Alfie.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
He's
well,
goofy, he's silly.
he's clearly like more on the antagonist field, like antagonist lane. Like
Yeah.
I can see Patricia and Alfie becoming more like actually nice, obviously over time, because they all have to become, Sibuna.
Sibuna.
They all have to like Sibuna. They all have to Sibuna themselves together. They have to get Sibuna'd together. So like I know they all become like a group.
Yeah.
There's 8 of them. There's
Yeah,
4
there's
boys
like-
and 4 girls.
Yeah.
It's a
So
lot
I'm
of
guessing
characters.
that's a 4, probably plus bedroom house.
Yeah, there's
Because
probably
that's
at
like
least...
2 per room, right?
Yeah, there's 2 per room, so there's 2 girls, 2 boys, 2
And
boys.
then wherever the housemaster and the other girls stay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
The den
house
mother or
mother,
whatever her
the den
name is.
mother.
Yeah.
She said like house mother.
She said house mother, yeah. Which again, very fascinating to me. But anyways, I was just gonna say in general, like the jokes just don't land. So that's what I mean when I say it's a bad joke. Like all of the jokes they try to tell. I can't even think of one specifically because they're all just so bland.
You know, my favorite joke was stems.
There's a poster in the background that just said stems.
In all lowercase.
In all low, I think I said as a joke. It looks like a poster like in a foreign film where they needed like an English speaking text like poster on the background.
Yeah.
Like maybe they're in English class or something, so they need like
stems.
So it just says stems. Like if you didn't
have,
speak
like,
English,
pictures of
you'd be like, yeah,
stems.
whatever. That's just like English jargon.
Yeah.
And then it's just like pictures of plants. Yeah, it's very funny.
You know, the biggest bad joke was those science tables.
Oh my gosh, why did they have octagonal science tables?
And they were like tiered.
There was like a little like upper tier as well. It's so weird.
I guess that was the biology.
Well, yeah, it was like a biology class, but like just have normal tables.
I know.
Yeah,
Get normal tables.
Yeah.
Get bigger hands.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of referencing. Oh my gosh, I wanted to lead into my stupid joke that I made while we were watching the
Why was
episode
it
with the love
always-
triangle, and I forgot to mention
Why
it.
is it always Romeo and Juliet?
Oh,
I know, they're in the drama class and they're learning.
That joke! The whole teacher situation.
Oh my gosh! Okay, so there's a history teacher who's also the drama teacher, and he's like young.
New.
He's like the replacement.
Yeah, because I guess the other teacher got a heart attack or
Yeah,
something.
we never meet him or anything, but he's just like new. He's a new teacher.
Yeah.
Is he Rufus?
No,
I have no
I
idea.
don't think so.
Maybe
'cause
not.
Rufus didn't come until later.
That's true. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
so
the girl, like, I don't know if you're leading up.
the 2 girls, like literally the 2 girls, Mara and oh my gosh.
Amber.
Because they did establishing shots of them 2 specifically, like looking at him, like, oh, he's
I
hot.
know.
I really hope there's not going to be a triangle situation because I know that the soccer guy leaves at a certain point. He gets like a scholarship in America, so he actually goes to America to play soccer. So like, there's a little swap.
Yeah.
So I know he leaves pretty early on.
Because we at first were very scared because in drama class she was like reading like a teen magazine.
Yeah, and she was
And
like,
it's
the way to get back at my boyfriend is to make him jealous.
Yeah, so we thought, oh god, she's gonna flirt with the teacher,
But no, she just ends up kissing
making out with
Alfie, which like doesn't have a conclusion.
Yeah.
That just happened, and then the
Yeah.
episode moved on. Like
And
here's,
then the boyfriend's upset, so he doesn't participate in the initiation thing that they're making.
and then
Lena
the
do.
episode ends. I know it's
Yeah.
a cliffhanger, but like that's a storyline you should not have a cliffhanger on.
Yeah.
That to get some sort of resolution for the episode as a whole, you should get like a resolution, not as like they make up, but like maybe acknowledge that he actually did get upset by that, and they
Yeah.
have a conversation, and then
yeah, because right now it's just implied that he's upset.
and it's
'cause
like
he
it's just left out in the open, and I know they're gonna solve it later on, but like that, it's so bad.
You had
Yeah.
40 minutes to solve your conundrum here.
Yeah, like even during like the episode, Mara's telling Amber like, "Hey, maybe talk to him about why you're feeling jealous because I'm helping
Do they
him
have
with his homework."
relationship issues throughout the entire like season?
I think throughout the entire time that he's there, yeah, and then
Oh,
he
wow.
does actually go to Mara, so like there's just more just like relation tensions between the 2 of them. Gotta love it when
Straight people.
they're always fighting.
Yeah.
Like, ugh, it's like,
Yeah.
just stop talking to each other.
Yeah.
I know you live together, but it's probably not that hard.
This is how you know it was written by boomers because of the amount of like
Mm-hmm.
tumultuous relationships set up.
A woman, am I right? Which reminds me of my joke.
All in shame.
I was gonna say it doesn't seem. I had said this earlier with the love triangle thing, with Mick. It doesn't seem like he's trying to cheat on her, because that could be a thing where it's like, oh, he just wants to start dating the other girl because he knows that she has a crush on him and he can like manipulate it. He just seems like he's actually just dumb. I think I said that. I was like, oh, he's just dumb.
Yeah.
He's not.
Because he gave Amber a bracelet.
A bracelet.
But then he gave Mara the exact same bracelet. And Amber was upset, obviously.
He gave it to her wrapped in tissues, and you said it looked like a pad.
Yeah.
You pay a messin.
It's like, here's a pad. I heard it. You want in case you're on your period. It's your time of the month.
Very himbo core.
Oh, you pay a messing.
When she gets mad and throws the bracelet at him, well, you pay a messing or something. It's so stupid. But
literally, Mara's like, "Is this a friendship bracelet?" He's like, "Oh,
sure.
Sure.
And also the acting just doesn't sell that he's just like doesn't understand.
Yeah.
It doesn't sell it at all. He's just not. He's not a good actor. I'm sorry.
I don't think
he's not
anyone
doing
in
a
the
good
show's
job.
that good.
No, even Patricia, where it's like, she was there. I swear it. It's like, all right.
Yeah, because they like fully like start gaslighting Patricia.
Yeah,
Poor
she's
Patricia.
like, "Are you sure? That was 18 months ago."
I wonder if Joy, because remember Joy with the chalice or whatever, the cup.
Yeah, the cup.
Did she actually like become a part of the principal cast after that, or did she like actually leave?
I didn't see anything about Joy in season 2.
But like,
But then the
they didn't
season
mention any characters specifically besides Nina. So like, maybe she actually does become a part of the cast now that they've saved her, or maybe she actually does just leave after all
They
that.
could just like,
Who knows?
She could just leave. It'd be easy to
Yeah.
do.
She's like, well, I don't have this spot at the school anymore. Bye.
Yeah, that's true. She doesn't have a spot there anymore. She doesn't have anywhere to live.
Yeah.
There are other houses there, apparently, which comprise of the other students there. All of these cast of characters just happen to be placed in the haunted one.
Yeah.
And-
Like, what a coincidence.
yeah. Well, I guess that's why it's because
Yeah.
of circumstance, they're all together now.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Sibuna.
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 Is there gonna be our handshake now?
Can we do that at the end of the episode instead of saying
Yeah.
late? Can we go
Yeah.
Sibuna at the same time? Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. That's the only remotely interesting thing that happened in this pilot, I would say.
Besides
Obviously, there are a
the
few other, there's like, the whole Sarah old lady thing, the dreams.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. That's the only thing I really feel about like pondering over still, because I'm like, okay,
Okay.
because like I said, he's just like stupidly starting to be friendly towards her, not realizing that his girlfriend would
Yeah.
be like upset about it.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure.
He says babes a lot, which
Oh,
I
yeah,
said
babes.
yeah.
He does
I'm
the
like,
Love
babes.
Island babes.
I'm like, what
Yeah.
is this, Love Island?
I associate the way he says babes with how they say it on Love Island
Vibes.
specifically.
Vibes.
Yeah,
The
I don't-
way,
He calls like everyone babes.
Well,
And it's
specifically
like-
those two girls,
Yeah.
which is why she got upset in the first place.
Yeah.
Because originally he was just like, "Hey, science babe," or because he was like, "Could you help me with my science homework?" And she's like, "Sure, I could."
He
He's like,
calls them biology babes.
"Yeah," he's like, "You're the biology babe," and so then his girlfriend is like, "Why did you just call her that?"
Yeah.
Which is true. I mean, I understand if like, oh, just guys talking in the shop, we call her the biology babe, but like that's
He's the only one
still
who calls her that.
it's still pretty. I know, but like it would make sense if that was it. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's just what all the girls, that's what all the guys in the school call her. So like, but that would still be wrong, obviously.
Yeah.
But it would make sense as to why he did it. He's just
just
there's
said
no
it.
reason for why he's doing anything.
Like even in the beginning of the episode when she sees him again, he's like, he calls her babes like twice.
There's just no motive for why he's like starting to like basically he's like accidentally hitting on Mara.
Yeah.
It's like, shouldn't there be like a thing where like he kind of does like her?
Yeah.
Maybe have some conflict between his girl. He does like his girlfriend still, but he's also starting to like Mara.
Yeah.
Like that could, but he's just like does
will
it,
say,
and then they're like,
none
oh,
of the-
why'd you do that? And he's like,
None of the guys have a personality, except for Alfie has a little bit more than the others.
he's like slightly more quirky. Like he
Yeah.
pulls pranks,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, at least the girls have like something to them, except for Nina, except for being
Nina.
American.
Yeah, Nina's the only one who's just like so flat compared to the
Yeah.
other ones, and maybe she has more to her. Well, considering she's the one, she doesn't really need much to her.
Yeah.
And the writers see that, like, oh, we don't need to give her a personality because
See, like Amber's like the pretty one, or
And she's
Mara's
in-
the smart one. Patricia's like the angsty one.
yeah, and it's like, and apparently Joy was like the popular one. You know,
Yeah.
she was like popular, and she was, but like, what does Nina have to bring to the table besides being the one
American.
and American? She just happened to be born on this proper
She's an
time.
orphan.
Also, what's with Seven?
Yeah, she is an orphan. She was like spilling her guts out to her taxi
Oh
driver.
yeah. Well, no, she just said that she lives with her
Yeah.
gran, and then they're like,
Yeah.
and then Amber was like, "So where are your parents?" And it's like,
I'm an orphan.
They died in a car accident.
I cheered.
Yeah, you cheered.
Because I was like, she has to be an orphan. She lives with her grandmother. She has to be an orphan. That's not, like, please let her be an orphan. And she's like, oh, they both died in a car crash. I was like, yes!
Yes.
Let's go!
Orphan!
Orphan!
Yeah, and the way we all cheered at the cliffhanger.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
that clip,
man.
because I was like, okay, he opened the door and she wasn't immediately just right there at the door frame, and he like slowly walks in and out, and then the music
And
was
then
like
the-
swelling, and I was
and
like,
then
please let it be the end, please let it be the end of the episode, please, then it was like, credits, and I was like, yes!
And then ad.
And then an ad, because that's just so hilarious, that's such a stupid, that's like not even that like spooky of a cliffhanger, like, I
Yeah.
don't really care.
It's like,
I
don't
know
care what
Nina
happens to
isn't like,
Nina.
I know Nina isn't gone.
Yeah.
Apparently she finds something in the attic, but...
Well, yeah, because she was
Or
told,
something
maybe,
finds her.
ooh!
That
Anyways,
was lame, I'm sorry.
yeah.
The writers in the writing room be like...
That was lame, but I don't want to write another thing, so I already put it on in the
It's
document.
already in the script.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know,
Well-
it was kind of lame.
I don't think
It was mid.
it
It was
was.
mid.
It was.
Like, it was a mid pilot.
There was like no plot.
I feel like the show is gonna get a lot more campier,
want-
a lot more silly, a lot more The
I-
Room-esque.
I want more Amber.
Yes.
I love Amber. Sinuba. What was it? Was it?
Sibuna.
Was it Sibuna? Sibuna. I said Subuna or whatever. Sabuna. Amber actually is the best character
Yeah.
because she actually, I know for sure that like she actually does get like more helping with like the problem solving. So like she's on the same level of Nina when because like, oh, Nina's the one who like understands and able to solve problems, right? Like she's the main leader of the group maybe, but not even because Amber actually does develop and get like stuff to do. Like she actually does solve as many mysteries as everyone else, and she has a personality. So it's just all around Amber's the best character.
Yes.
Yeah, like Amber and Patricia, I like them.
Yes.
They're good.
And I think Patricia does becoming friends with the rest of them. Like she's just kind of angry at Nina right now because she needs answers, you know.
Yeah,
And she
her
keeps
best
asking
friend is gone.
Yeah. I don't want to do ratings. I'm tired.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
It's time to go.
Yeah.
Well-
Thank you for listening to the Vampy Wampy Campy Podcast,
Make sure to tune in next time.
where we review the next episode of this show.
Yeah.
The
So
show that we're gonna keep watching for a
Yes.
year.
Yeah.
for the rest of this podcast.
Yes.
So make sure to take down your tent and put out your fire, or else Smokey the Bear,
is gonna come.
Sabuna.
He's gonna get you in his car and steal you away.
The blackbird. What did she say? Like, fear the blackbird. He's gonna appear in your dreams with a blue tinted
Yeah.
coloring and
Yeah,
color
he-
grading and a nightgown.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Was that old woman wearing a nightgown? It just looked like she was just wearing like a white.
It looked like a hospital
T-shirt.
gown.
Yeah.
Well, because it had like flower. It looked like an actual
I think it
shirt
was a nightgown.
you could
Smokey the
buy.
Bear is gonna come and put the most horrendous wallpaper up in your house.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's gonna put a statement wall piece
Yeah.
in your
He's
house.
gonna put bright fuchsia wallpaper in your house.
Make sure to check us out on the Podblur, www.vampywampycampypodcast.tumblr.com. Subscribe, leave a lampy.
Leave us some quampies so we can amp.
Exactly. And we'll see you next episode.
Sibuna.
So stupid. I hate this show.
Midwest emo and crack riff.
What?
Oh, I think I've actually watched this video before. It's pretty good.
See, this is what Cyrena should have done.
Okay, anyways. Anyways.